up, guys? Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful Playa del Carmen. Today's video is for two different groups of people. We're going to Cozumel, so if you've never been, I'm going to show you how to get there. If you're wondering simply about the conditions at the ferry terminal, is it packed full of people, or is it completely empty because of low season? I'm wondering if it's really busy because of people trying to get away from the sargassum, so we'll find that out. We'll take the ferry ride over there and we'll inspect the ocean on the way over and see how much sargassum is washing toward Playa, how bad is the situation in the coming days and weeks. And then I'll show you guys around Cozumel, the current vibes. Is it full of cruise ship people, or is it completely empty for low season? And at the end, I'll show you my lodging. How cheap this place is going to blow your mind, and I'll share with you just exactly how I got this deal. And we'll probably have some funsies and some bonus material. And in the coming days, I'm going to show you guys a couple of beaches suggested to me by two different subscribers that I've never even been to, that apparently have no sargassum and crystal clear waters. And we'll also check out the more famous, well-known El Cielo. You guys ready for some Cozumel funsies and adventures? Vamanos. So I just got to get a little bit more Java wasted. I made this espresso and put some honey and whole milk in there. Nom nom nom. But the first step of this journey is we're not going to take a normal taxi. We're going to use the InDrive app. That's INDRIVE, InDrive. I'm going to have someone come pick me up right from my place, and I believe I'm going to get a ride all the way to the ferry terminal by Plaza Fundadores for 70 pesos. And I'm not going to have to wait out on 10th Avenue with my luggage and try to wave down a taxi. I'm going to get to watch them show up, and then I'm just going to go downstairs and hop in the cab. So I'll see you guys in the InDrive, and then, well, I say cab, it's InDrive. And then I'll see you guys over at the ferry terminal. We'll check on the schedules, the prices, the current prices of the ferries for tourists and for residents. And then we're gonna hop on the ferry, but we also gotta see the situation with luggage. I am bringing a rolling luggage. And so we gotta see, where does that thing end up for the ride? Because it has my beloved Ronaldo in there. One other tip, guys. I almost forgot something that's mission critical for me in the Rope Monster kit. And do not forget just some basic first aid stuff. I am gonna bring some Band-Aids. Let's grab some sunscreen right here. Gotta keep my face looking decent. All right, let's grab a cream for my joints. I got this CBD cream right here. My knees are still sore from sprints and from Punta Mosquito and Holbox. And why not a little paracetamol right there, a little Tylenol. What else? All right, I got deodorant. Yeah, we're good to go. All right, guys. As I'm heading out the door, also, if you get motion sickness, some people do throw up on this. It depends on the conditions of the open seas, but this is quite a long ride, about a half an hour, and the ferry does this. So bring some motion sickness tablets if that sounds like you. Here we go. It's really hot and sunny, guys. Don't forget this big hat. If you're gonna sit up on top of the ferry especially, don't get cooked. Don't be like me and Holbox turning into a lobster. This time I'm ready. Two quick tips about the InDrive. You can still get a taxi, but they also use the app. And then the suggested fare was 88 pesos, and I offered 70, and he accepted it, and he was there in only 1 minute. So actually 3 tips. You can still get a taxi. Number 2, you can offer a lower fare than the suggested fare. Number 3, be ready, because this guy got there in 1 minute and I still needed to use the bathroom one last time. So he was actually out front waiting for me. Luckily, he was in pretty good spirits. But we are here at Parque Fundadores. I'll put up on Google Maps where we are. Time to head to the ferry terminal and check on current prices here in August 2025. Let's go. Guys, there are many tips. Another one is you will be offered ferry tickets all along your way down to the ferry terminal. Just get them at the ferry terminal. There's no need to buy them from anyone else. Next departure for the fast ferry is at 2 p.m. There are 3 different ferry options. I'll probably take the fast ferry out there, and then maybe the more luxurious one when I come back to show you the differences of the two. But there's nothing wrong with the Windjet. The Windjet is just fine and a little bit cheaper than the more luxurious option that I'll show you on the return trip to Playa. What a beautiful day. I can finally feel that ocean breeze. It looks like it's going to be a bumpy one though, guys. I see quite a bit of white caps out there, and so I'll show you the journey out, and that's why you got to remember your motion sickness medicine, because it's a windy one. If it's a windy one, it's probably going to be a bumpy ride. All right, guys, we got our tickets. $285 for non-residents, $205 for residents, and that's for a one-way because we're staying a few nights out there. We're now right at the entrance of the terminal. It's 1:28 p.m. Let's see how long it takes to get through security. We're hopping on the 2 p.m. Windjet. Let's do this. All right, there's a quick glimpse of phase 1 Playa Car. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job of raking up the sargassum, and the beach doesn't look terrible right there. That's actually an improvement. We got to go through the luggage area and security there. There's no line so far whatsoever. Looking like it's going to be a pretty smooth trip. I kind of expected it to be a little busier, especially this time of day. But this is why you guys watch the Rope Monster videos, just to know what to expect at current times. And it is hot, guys. It is cooking. The taxista didn't exactly crank up the AC for me. I think he was a little miffed that he had to wait 2 or 3 minutes. And maybe he punished me with turning the AC down. I don't know. Maybe that's all in my head. All right, guys. So I did have to put every single one of my bags through there, including my little Osprey that I never like to take off. My Samsonite, little rolling luggage there. And here we go. Osprey back in my possession. Happy Rope Monster. All right, guys, taking one last peek down Playa Car phase 1. Improving, but still not great. And we can see some sargassum washing in there, but we'll get a better idea from the ferry. So let's go. And it looks like pretty good news. There's really no line getting through here at all. I've seen this line pretty long during high season, but it is late August, and it begs the question, how quiet is Cozumel going to be? Is it so windy it's blowing my hat back? All right, guys, another pro tip. It only took me 4 minutes to get through security, and there's no line, and so you'll want to wait here in the shaded areas with the bench before you go down there. Because if you go through this ticket booth, you won't be able to come back, and you'll just be down there exposed, getting cooked long before you ever get to the island. So, pro tip, smash that like button if you appreciate my efforts. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you guys on the ferry. Walk the plank, walk the plank. Looking back north toward Constituyentes. Looking to the south toward Playa Car. Let's go. Always love a good ferry ride. All right, so I think on the Windjet, most of them you can sit up top, but only in the back. I think we're getting one of the older ferries that doesn't have the seats up top on the front. Okay, my friends, this is your pro tip of the day. Typically, you would have to leave your luggage right there with these guys, but I get to keep mine. And why is that, Ropey? Why do you get to keep your luggage? Well, they asked me, do you have anything fragile in there? I said, well, I have some glass vials of medicine, and that's true. I have some B-complex vials in there, intramuscular. And so if you tell them that you have something fragile in there, they will more than likely let you keep your sweet, sweet luggage with you. Pro tip of the day. You heard it here from Ropey. Let's go. There again, guys, upon entering, they're like, hey, you have to leave your suitcase, your luggage over there. But I had to re-explain to them, hey, the guys said it was okay because I have this vial of medicine in glass. So learn some basic Spanish. That will definitely help you utilize this pro tip. Let's go. Up top, guys. All right, my friends, we're in the up top. Perfect spot to do some sargassum watch. And this is what the upper deck seating looks like for those of you who have not ridden the Windjet. And there are air-conditioned seating options down below. No air conditioning, but a nice breeze for me. And more importantly, a better view for you all on the ride out. Now we just gotta wait about 5 minutes and we'll be on our way to Cozumel. All right, my friends, we are officially leaving Playa in the rear view. We are underway, and there's your Instagram photo op right there. That's the money shot. If you're looking for the photos, you got to be out in the sun getting cooked. That's why you got to follow the pro tips. Don't forget your hat. These boys forgot their hats. They're in for a shocker tonight when they try to lay down or take a hot shower. Guys, the first thing I'm noticing is the color of the water itself is actually looking quite a bit better, but we can see these big patches of sargassum washing in. We'll see just from how far out that's the case. We're still really close to Playa. That's what we want to look for, is how much of the stuff is really washing in. That'll give us a little bit of an idea. For right now, I can see it pretty much as far as the eye can see out that way. But when we get about midway out, I'll continue filming and see if it's still washing in. Guys, we're only about 5 minutes into the ride and we've got some pretty big waves out here. This is why you bring your motion sickness tablets, whatever they may be, tramadol or whatever. I'm not an expert on that stuff. I don't really get motion sickness. I was born for this, but yeah, some people are already kind of starting to feel it and freak out a little bit. You can see there's quite the rocking. Rockabye ropey on the Windjet. Alright guys, you can kind of see right here the amount of sargassum washing in. There's some bigger blooms coming in there, so really no end in sight, guys. We're only about 10 minutes from Cozumel. There's just a consistent amount of sargassum coming in right there. But that's why we're going to Cozumel. We're going to find the beaches with no sargassum. Guys, look at this Cozumel water right here. That's some Cozumel water right there, baby. No sargassum. Life is already looking pretty sweet out here. Alright guys. Lock up your daughters. Lock up your steaks. Ropey on the loose. In Cozumel. Almost got boots on the ground. Gracias. You know what I mean? Alright, we made it. Let's go. That wasn't so bad. Just about a 35-minute ride. Laughing, smiling, and singing all the way. Luckily, I don't get seasick. Guys, another pro tip. There's a lot of people selling tours, renting cars and scooters right here. I generally would advise against that, but more on that later. We'll be going actually down that way to do our renting of scooters and things like that if we indeed do so. A lot of these ones aren't exactly the best deal, and some of them are just straight up untrustworthy. I did a video quite a ways back, I'll link in the description below, where I used a company with some French-Canadian friends and we rented a Jeep. It was a terrible experience, and there was a particular scam that happens all the time. So if you want to know about that scam after this video, check that one out, linked in the description. When we rented a Jeep in Cozumel when we were celebrating 5,000 subscribers not all that long ago. So that guy there at Express Rental just told me he could rent me a scooter for $10 for the entire day, 24 hours. And if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. That's the saying. I don't think anyone really offers that on the island, but I'll have to do some investigating. Last time I was here, the going rate was around 400 pesos for 24 hours, so about $20. So who knows? But look at this water, guys. We're gonna do a little walking around before I check into my accommodation and show you that, but what a difference in the quality of water here. So you can see right here, 0 sargassum in the water. That's what we want to see. We're going to be hitting some beaches to the south of here in the next video. For now, we're going to check out the main plaza midday here, 2 p.m. and see just how busy things are and see what the vibe is feeling like. And then we're going to also hit up OXXO and grab a bottle of water because I forgot mine. Definitely don't forget your water on the ferry if you're riding up top. After that, we might go grab a coffee at one of my favorite coffee shops as well. So first impressions, it's not very busy for midday. I just see the one cruise ship over there. We're gonna hit the OXXO right over here though to cool off, get a liter of water. There's nothing like that ice cold air conditioning in an OXXO to cool down a little bit. All it takes is 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just gonna kill a couple minutes in here. Just loiter in the air conditioning. Just open up the cooler here. All right, I would only give that OXXO's air conditioning like maybe a 6 out of 10, but still better than nothing. I'm cooled off, I'm refreshed. Take one more peek at the water real quick before I head to the main plaza and show you guys around there and what the vibe is. Lots of smiles from the locals. Lots of love for the rope monster. Let's check out the water here. One thing, guys, another pro tip, and this may be against what you guys would generally do, especially if you're coming on vacation. But if you're going to be doing a lot of scooter riding, driving around the island and exploring, and also snorkeling, tours, being out in the sun all day, I do suggest that you avoid alcohol, at least for the most part. It's very easy, especially when it's windy and hot, very easy to end up dehydrated. So I'm going bona fide. Cheers. Now the water is way clearer where we're going to be going to the south. We've got 2 beaches that were recommended by subscribers. As mentioned, the water's okay up here for sure. Definitely a lot better than Playa right now. But we're going to also hit El Cielo, which is famous for its marine life and the reef out there to the south. And that's why I've got to hydrate completely to the max. And that will include agua de Jamaica and regular good old-fashioned H2O. I'm already feeling calm, those island vibes. It's just different out here. All right, and the vibe is super tranquil. We're just getting over here to the Cozumel sign, the letters I'll put up on Google Maps, of course, where we are. Very quiet. The dead of low season, approaching Septiembre. They don't say Septiembre. They combine the word hunger with September for Septiembre. There's your Mexican word of the day, Septiembre, because you're at the tail end of low season and things have been rough for 2 or 3 months. And so anywhere, especially that relies on tourism, now you know the common phrase Septiembre. We get a look at the giant cruise ship there. Shout out Brandon O'Brien, who basically lives on cruise ships a lot of the time. I don't know how you do it, buddy. Crazy. But here we go. The plaza has almost no one here. A lot of times there's a line to wait for to get your photo in front of the Cozumel letters, and there's almost no one here. There's like 5 people. So some benefits to low season for sure. Isla Cozumel. Last time I was out here was with good friends and subscribers, Jay and his son Easton, and that was a great trip. Shout out to you guys. Over here
We have, I believe, one of the oldest buildings, or the oldest bits of construction in Cozumel. God, what perfect weather for some snorkeling and diving. I'm gonna try to stay out of the sun for the most part today, because tomorrow's a beach day and the next day should be just pure snorkeling all day. Yeah, very quiet vibe, laid back vibe, peaceful place to spend a day. There's a flea market right through there. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong guys, I think this is one of the oldest buildings in Cozumel, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% up on my history here in Cozumel, but if you look at the construction, see if we can see any signs or ask a local. But it's beautiful at any rate. Hola, buenas tardes. Permíteme una pregunta. Ese edificio ahí es el más viejo en Cozumel, ¿no? Es como el Palacio Municipal. Era el palacio, ahora no. Fue el primer palacio principal. Ahora hay otro más grande y nuevo. Oh, ok. Súper amable. Que tengan buen día. Alright, guys. ¿Sabes en qué año era construido más o menos? En 1943. Ok, gracias. So, guys, yes, I was right. This was the original municipal palace, built in 1943. I think they just said. I'm still waking up. So 1943, I believe. We'll double check that on Google. Either way, it's worth a photo when you come. A lot of people focus on taking their photo in front of the letters, but come take this photo right there. Boom. All right, we got our photos in front of the oldest municipal palace, oldest building in Cozumel, and now we're walking into the flea market. I just got almost hit in the face by a bird. I might have to get one of these sombreros. If I rent a scooter, I want to wear the scooter or wear the sombrero out on the scooter and have some funsies with it. Here we go, flea market. So guys, definitely come here and buy at least one or two items to support the locals, because it is quiet. So if you stop in here, just grab yourself a dive shirt like one of these. I'm gonna pick up one of these for sure in a little bit once I get settled into my place. These Cozumel, Mexico dive shirts. They also make for really good rash guards if you're into paddleboarding and surfing. Okay, gracias. Creo que volveré en un ratito, pero mira, you get these Cozumel little coin purses, bags, all sorts of good things. Gracias, volveré en un momento. So some nice stuff here, guys. And this is way cheaper than trying to buy any name brand clothing on the island. Just another tip for you is don't think you're gonna come out here and find cheap name brand clothing like Rip Curl or Volcom or any of the surf brands. It's really expensive out here. So your better option, if you have to buy clothing out here or you want like a souvenir, just buy something from the flea market right there, and you'll be helping out the local people as well. All right, let's find that coffee shop. I had my liter of water. Now we need coffee one more time today. All right, guys, one little wrinkle is everything of mine is overheating. My iPhone has overheated and it says iPhone unavailable. Try again in 15 minutes. And my camera's actually getting really hot too, as am I. So we gotta find this coffee shop and cool off not only myself, my bod, but my gear, camera and phone overheated. Now you know. It is that hot, guys. I'm just melting out here. Oh man, they got the Hulk Jeep. Let's go. Nice. All right, guys, my phone overheated and I couldn't use Google Maps. So I had to just remember where this place was, but I think we're almost to the coffee shop, just around the corner from the main plaza. Might have to go with an iced coffee today. It's cooking. Took the wind furry off the camera, guys, so there's going to be a little wind noise, but the wind furry makes the camera overheat that much faster. And so here we are at Coz Coffee Roasting. This place was actually suggested to me long ago by a subscriber as well. I get a lot of information from you guys as you do from me, and you can see this is, I believe, the only coffee roaster. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Ustedes son los únicos roasters in Cozumel, ¿verdad?
Probablemente sí.
Probablemente sí. You were heard. Guys, we're gonna try something new, a cold drink called peanut butter, and I need some protein and I need to cool off. So yeah, let's do this. Gracias, Ari. All right, guys, fantastic service here at Coz Coffee. I was told I can just take a seat, sit down in the air conditioning and cool off. They'll bring me my beverage and I can pay at the end. The best part is they've got multiple air conditioning units, and here it comes with the peanut butter. Ah, gracias. Mira, se me hizo agua la boca. Qué rico. Gracias. De hecho, no, acaban de quitarme la muela. Okay. Lo debo. Gracias. Salud. Still no straws. I'm gonna check with Boca Nova on Monday if I can start diving and using straws again. Oh, that's good. Peanut butter frio. Salud. Not too sweet. Tastes like a cold Reese's Pieces. So guys, you can see here, iPhone unavailable. Try again in 6 minutes. That's never a good sign, as we rely on that for pretty much everything as far as getting checked into the accommodations. You need the code for the door, for the key box, for the lock box. I'll take a moment though and show you guys kind of my kit. I've had some of you ask what really goes into a rope monster video. What do you travel with? Well, I always have to have the Osprey bag, and I keep a stabilizer for the iPhone here so I can get some stuff for the Instagram. So guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, check out the IG at the Rope Monster, because I have some unique stuff over there. And then I of course have the MacBook so I can edit when I'm on the go and transfer files. I've got external hard drives, things like that. And I've got all my wardrobe, and sometimes I keep Dronaldo in here. So this is the kit, and of course the trusty hat. So it is a decent amount of stuff to travel with, but not too much. I try to go as light as possible, but still have all the tools of the trade and some fancy linen clothing when I get where I'm going. So guys, thanks for sticking around to this point in the video. As promised, I'll finish out by taking you over to my accommodations. I'll show you where that is. I'll put up the info so you can book the exact same place. I'm gonna show you how cheap I got it for and show you just how you can book it as well. Looks like my iPhone will be maybe available in 5 minutes. Then we'll head over there. Thank you all. All right guys, the iPhone is back online. Also right here, you can see the details of my in-drive. 70 pesos for that trip to get to the ferry station. So 3:20 p.m. that means I can go check in, and now I can finally get the check-in instructions. It's not my first rodeo, but a lot of people, if their iPhone overheated right when they got to the island, would probably panic. So some pro tips: keep the case off your iPhone, take this thing off. Your iPhone will be less likely to overheat without the case. Also, don't do too much filming with it if you're up on the deck of the Windjet or the Fast Ferry, because the iPhone's in sunshine while doing work, like zooming in, zooming out, filming, taking photos, will overheat. And also maybe write down on a piece of paper with a pen. I know, who has pens anymore? But write down all the codes and such to get into your room. Write down the address so you can tell the taxi driver where to take you. That way you're not 100% reliant on your iPhone, which may very well overheat. Yes, chicos, Adrian.
Adiós, amigos.
Emelissa y Adrian. Okay, ciao. Gracias. Highly recommend, guys. Fantastic experience right there. They also hooked me up with someone who's gonna take us on a sweet tour named Roberto. Also, that peanut butter drink had it basically was a French press, peanut butter, ice, and sugar, and then put into a blender. Num num num, I'm refreshed. Let's do this. All right, guys, I couldn't get InDrive to work out here, which is kind of a good sign. It means we're on an island and everything just moves a little slower. I'm gonna ask a taxi as to how much it'll be to get to my accommodations. It's only a 20-minute walk, and I'm feeling way cooled off. I'm feeling a lot better. But if it's cheap enough, I'll take a taxi. I just don't wanna get ripped off. So I'll let you guys know what the taxista says. All right, guys, as promised, welcome to the accommodations. This is the downstairs, nice little pool area. It is a dive hotel as well, so they've got all the gear. They offer the tours. They've got scooters, bicycles, and it is a pirate-themed place, which I love. I grew up a big fan and history buff on pirates, and so this downstairs area is really cool. But I think my favorite part so far is the kitchen. And so these are the common areas I'm going to start by showing you, and then I'll show you the room and give you the price. And guys, basically you can rent these scooters, bikes. They've got everything you need. And forgive the wind, once again, I'm filming without the Ferry for now so the camera can stay cool. Nice big dining area. All the table games that you could possibly want, including pretty sweet chessboard there. And they've even got a guitar. We'll come back to that in a moment. So the kitchen is really sweet. Got hot water here on demand. And guys, listen how quiet this is. I'm gonna show you my room in a moment. My room is all the way at the end, like I always try to do. I'm as far back from the street as possible. So we've got this hangout area to meet people. I love this type of setting where you have your private room, but there's a chance to meet and mingle. Guys, I'll put up all the info on this room on the screen so you can see the location, the booking, etc. One other upstairs area here, hammock again, and I have a hammock in the room. A little dining area up here to hang out at. Without further ado, let's go check out the room. I got a big Cali King bed. There's one glaring weakness, but guys, this place does get 5 stars on Google out of 317 ratings. 5 stars. I have my keys in my hand, so I can't really do there we go, 5 stars. All right, and it's pirate themed, so all the rooms have names of famous pirate captains. I'm in Captain Morgan, fitting, Henry Morgan. Let's go inside. The AC is working. I came in here a minute ago and turned on the AC. Got that cranking. So guys, I got this place, nice big bed, AC, hammock right there, TV, everything works. Drum roll, 3 nights, just over $100 US. So after taxes and everything, basically 119 bucks. This is the glaring weakness. I always do the shower test. In Latin America, a lot of times I can't fit under the showers. I gotta duck a little bit to get under this one, otherwise it's literally right against my head. Other than that, right there, that reminds me of Ecuador. The one in Ecuador in my house was actually about to here. Other than that, this place is just perfect. And I'll give you the full review in the very last video when I leave. If I find anything wrong with it, of course, I'll let you know. But guys, I'll put the price up on the screen, the location, the name, and the way I got this so cheap, I booked it day of on booking.com, so it was a last minute deal. Take it or leave it. Let's go see if that guitar's in tune. And they have beers and everything if you need in the mini bar. 40 peso beers, they've got soft drinks, water. So that is good, and there's free water in the garrafon. Sometimes you get a budget place on booking.com, and then you have to immediately go to OXXO. That was the case in Holbox. They didn't even have a single bottle of water waiting for me. All right, let's try out the guitar. Here we go. A ver. Where did you come from, baby? What was your name, girl? Oh. Well, she came from an island, that girl just keep me smiling. Island, boom, ba ba boom, da da dee da da do. I got the blues today, baby. It's in tune, guys. That's definitely how you get 5 stars on Google. You've got a guitar sitting around in the common area in tune, waiting for the rope monster to play some original tunes. And yes, I did write that. All right, guys. I gotta go get in the pool and cool off, maybe take a cold shower, and I think hop in that hammock for a little nap. Thank you all for coming along on this video, how to get to Cozumel, current conditions at the ferry, current sargassum conditions in the water, and current conditions here all around town, and my favorite coffee shop, Coz Coffee. Go pay them a visit and try that peanut butter drink. That thing set me right. You can see I'm kind of buzzing. I don't even know if I need the hammock nap now. Oh, and I did get a taxi ride over here for only 70 pesos. They did not even try to screw me. Amazing. 70 pesos. All right, admittedly, guys, this hammock was a little awkward and high, even for me to get into, but I made it. I'm in the hammock. So peaceful. As always, guys, I will have some bonus material for those of you who want to stick around. I'm going to go to this pescaderia and try it. I've heard it's really good. I want either a shrimp dish or a fish dish. And then I do have to hit the ATM. I'm going to show you the best ATM that I know of here on the island. Otherwise, guys, if you're not interested in any of that, I'll see you on a beach that was recommended to me by a subscriber that I've never been to. We're going to hit that up tomorrow. See you over there. Rope monster out. All right, one last order of business. Will we be able to upload a YouTube video from here? Wow, okay, this is looking more promising than Holbox. Let's see what our upload speeds are. Roll the dice. Show more info for, we need upload speeds. Oh yes, let's go, look at this. Oh yeah, you know what that means? That means you're getting these videos pretty much in real time. There's no waiting, there's no lag. That makes me happy. The moment I edit a video, I love to be able to upload it if possible. I hate to have to sit on a project for a week or two. And this is excellent news, guys. Nailed it. So wash the culito. Que rico. Oh. And go get some pescado and some cash. All right, guys, just getting dried off here. Time to hit the town. Let's go. Ooh, all right, this is a big pro tip right here. Things in Cozumel close early. At least the good things do. I fell asleep for a moment in the hammock, lost track of time. It's 5:38 p.m. The pescaderia that I want to go to closes at 6. So I'm walking very, very quickly, hoping to get my hands on a ceviche before it's too late. Maybe a whole fish as well, maybe both. I'm that hungry and I really want to fuel up for tomorrow because I'm renting a scooter going all over creation, checking out the whole island, east and west, for your guys' viewing pleasure. But not without ceviche. Got a major ceviche deficiency, so let's see if they're still open. All right, oh man, this does not look good. So I'm here at Pescaderia San Carlos, and it's kind of looking closed. Cómeme o llévame, pero no me dejes. Oh man, they look completely closed. It says till 6 p.m. guys, it's only 5:40. I can still smell garlic and fish. Pero parece que no. Parece que no. Hola, disculpe. Hola. Se acabó. Literally nobody here, guys. I missed my ceviche. Gosh, my tummy. Hola. Se acabó. Temprano. Dice que hasta 6, ¿verdad? Pero no.
Sí, hoy no, ya.
Hoy no. Ok, mañana volveré.
Mañana.
Gracias.
Bye.
Mañana. Qué tristeza. Yo quería ceviche, pero ya no hay. My mouth is watering. I could smell. I think the family lives in the back. They were cooking something. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we can find, guys. Something quick, something close. All right, guys, I'm at least gonna show you the ATM. I did find an alternative spot to eat that we're gonna hit after this. So I'm here at the Banamex. I know the actual branch is closed, but it looks like the ATMs are open. Let's see if I can pull out some cash. I'll put up on Google Maps where we are, right here in front of the Carne Mart and the Sherwin-Williams on this main thoroughfare. There's a Domino's there. That's always a good last resort. But I am trying to eat a little healthier. All right, let's see if these ATMs actually work so you all know where to get cash. All right, my friends, great success. Banamex for the win. As always, why do I love City Banamex? Well, for those of you who follow the channel, you know that they have the lowest service fee and they always give you the actual exchange rate, 30.74 pesos to pull out however much you want. Compare that to 110 pesos at Azteca and other ridiculous amounts at Banorte and some of the other banks. Guys, now we're on the hunt for this taco spot that gets 4.7 out of 5 stars on Google. Let's see if it's that good. This will be my first time trying this place, but I have heard good things. Taco time. Now, we're not actually going to taco time, but it is now taco o'clock. Guys, this is why you watch to the end. This is one of the most important pro tips I can possibly give you. This Pemex right here, it's one of the only gas stations in the area. If you take your rental car or scooter to refuel right there, take off your own gas cap. Do not let them tell you, hey, that's my job, I'm gonna take your gas cap off. They'll steal your gas cap, and then you'll go back to the rental company and they'll be like, hey, the gas cap's missing. They'll charge you at least 500 pesos for that. And then at the end of the day, the gas attendant will take all the gas caps back to the rental company, and they can tell which company to go to for each gas cap because it says right on the Jeep, right on the scooter. Don't fall for that BS. That happened to us when we were here, and there's not a lot you can do about it. We actually called the local PD and they're like, hey, you got to pay them something. So we ended up giving them like 400 pesos. Just don't fall for that. That is a huge no-no. That Pemex, those guys are very corrupt, and I don't blame them. They're not getting paid that much to stand out in the heat in those overalls and pump gas. But now you know, watch your gas cap. Guys, I've arrived here at Arabian Tacos. It looks like they've got some Lebanese food, vegan options. At least it's open. I'm skeptical, but I'm gonna go in and try it. Maybe it will surprise me and be really good. I just don't smell anything. If not, there is this Taqueria Diaz 100% right there, 100%. But let's try this first. Let's see what they got. All right, guys, I have a feeling I'm going to love this place actually. So they've got some really healthy options. I got this sopa de acelgas y lentejas. So like chard and lentil soup. That looks really good to start. And then they have these tacos árabes right here. I'm getting one of each, chicken, pork, and beef. And the salsas they offered are interesting. So I got a garlic salsa coming and a habanero salsa, of course. You know I gotta do it and spice things up. And then to drink, they have seasonal aguas frescas. I got the piña y chaya, and chaya is una hoja verde, a green leaf. So we're gonna see if that's medicinal and delicious at the same time. So the food is on its way. Piña con chaya, salud, absolutely.
delicious and refreshing. Just waiting on that soup. One thing I really want to point out about this place is it can be really hard to travel if you have food sensitivities, intolerances, allergies, gluten intolerance, things like that. This place has gluten-free huevo o lacteos, egg or lactose-free options, and vegan options, and also ice-cold air conditioning. So what's not to love? Let's try the food. Gracias. Qué rico se ve. Ya viene la comida. So we got the lentil and chard soup, and we got these tacos. We got chicken, pork, and beef, and then a garlic salsa right here, and a habanero sauce there. So we'll have to get the first bite magic on those tacos in a minute, but I'm gonna start with this soup. It smells very homemade. That's kind of what I was looking for. I had my heart set on ceviche, but this was is looking like it's shaping up to be a nice surprise. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna sit and enjoy this soup to the max. I'll check in with you guys on that first bite magic with the tacos. I can't wait to try that garlic sauce. All right, for the first bite magic on the taco, we got the beef with that special garlic sauce. And the tortilla smells almost like pita. It's really interesting. Let's go. That's fantastic. All right, so Lely here just told me, I asked her if the habanero salsa was super spicy, and she just smiled and was like, yes. So we're not messing around, we're loading this. It's like black, guys. And we're loading this one up here. I'm not sure if this is the chicken. Yeah, I think that's the chicken. All right, guys, let's try this thing. Mira. Dame suerte, wish me luck. Oh, it's so good. And there comes the spice. It's a delayed spice, but it's there, yeah. Alright guys, for taco number 3, I put the habanero and the garlic on there, and it's dripping with habanero. Oh, that's how you do it. You combine them. You put both salsas on there. The garlic. Oh man, I can't even talk. Guys, I was gonna order more tacos because I'm still sort of hungry. I had the 3 and the soup, but then I saw all these desserts right here. They have this date and nut pie. We've got the mamul. But what's calling out to me is either the brownie or the cremita de coco. Suave, deliciosa crema con coco's nut. Alright guys, tough decisions. For now, I went the crema de coco with cinnamon. Coconut cream, natural coconut cream with cinnamon. I might still have to get that brownie though. Let's try this. Man, the texture is just rich looking. Oh, it's good. It's not overly sweet. I love that. But maybe I need the brownie. Alright guys, I got the brownie as well. It looks really dense. Let's see how this is. Oh, it's good. It feels like the kind of brownie you gotta just pick up and shove in your pie hole. Alright guys, that was delicious. Tuk-tuk, moto taxi. Guys, if I had it to do over again on the desserts, I would have gotten the coconut cream crema de coquita, cremita de coco, sorry, and the brownie at the same time, and dip the brownie in the coconut, because the coconut wasn't very sweet and the brownie was very sweet.
Now you know. Oh, I think I ate too much sugar. Oh no. Alright guys, I'm going back to the lodging. That does it for me. Once again, appreciate you guys sticking around for the bonus material. Really hope you got some value. Especially guys, there's some really important tips in there. Recapping, the way to bring your luggage onto the ferry is just tell them you have something very important, like a glass vial of medicine, and they'll let you take your luggage on. That's worth gold right there. And then at the gas station in Cozumel, do not let them even touch your gas cap. Get out, take off the gas cap yourself. If they tell you not to, just ignore them and do it anyway, because they're gonna steal it 9 out of 10 times. So that wraps it up. But guys, if you got some value out of that, just smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna go back to the place, chill, edit, maybe have a cup of coffee to wash down all the food. And tomorrow's a big day. I'll see you guys from the beach. Rope Monster out.